I had to put my flag here. So, huepa, how we say in Puerto Rico. I'm gonna speak in Spanish and in English, so I'll do my best to translate. Huepa, buenos días a todos, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Sara del Mar Velez Galíndez, tengo 26 años, nacida y criada en la Isla del Encanto, Puerto Rico. My name is Sara Velez Galíndez. I am 26 years old, born and raised in the island of Enchantment, Puerto Rico. I thank you all for being here, celebrating the Corps and the Corps members' achievements. Thanks to the Corp Network for this honor, to my fellow crew members at Puerto Rico, Mr. and Mrs. Taylor, Holden, and Tristan, and thank you all for the trust, guidance, mentorship, and growth opportunity. Quiero tomar esta oportunidad para agradecer a mi familia por siempre apoyarme, a mami, quien me... a mami, quien me hace caer en tiempo cada vez que comienzo a dudar de mi potencial. Gracias a mis mentores y líderes, Yanira del Toro, Suriel Colón, Karen Herrera Valencia, Lourdes Cádiz, Esneyan Capencova, que me han guiado en el pasado en diferentes experiencias laborales. De verdad que estoy agradecida por ustedes. Sin ustedes yo no hubiese sabido lo que significa ser un verdadero líder. I want to take the opportunity to thank my mom and my family for always being there and for taking me down to earth when I doubt about my potential. I want to thank my mentors in the past and my crew leaders in the past that have guided me in different labor experience. Without you, I would have known what a true leader is. I am grateful and honored for this recognition. Being Boricua from a 100% Boricua, I'm humble. So a little about me. School wasn't my suit. It wasn't my strongest, but I pushed through it. And I got back grades from elementary school to middle school. And I wasn't good at any class with the exception of music class. At high school, I learned that I was capable of doing a little bit more. So that's when I decided to go to college. I started to get good grades in high school, and my passion for history grew. And I applied to college. I got an acceptance letter from the University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedras campus. Fun fact, my mom was surprised that I was going to pursue a degree in archaeology and not in music. She was like, what? Yeah. So I had a hard time at college. The feedback that I was getting from the professors wasn't encouraging enough and making me feel that I wasn't built for studying and that I was lacking basic skills like discipline and organization. So it's a chapter of my life that I feel a little bit disappointed, but I got through it. The pandemic hit, and I lost my job at the university as a library assistant. And a few months later, I got a job at the service industry serving ice creams and ice cream cakes. So I knew that this wasn't something that I wanted to do. So I started to look for another job. And through that time, the supervisor that I had at the library, Yanira del Toro, she sent me the application for Body Corps. And at first I didn't apply because I thought I wasn't built for the program. But I spoke to Miss Jeanette, and she gave me the interview. She told me I was her last candidate. And to this day, I am grateful and lucky to be chosen. My journey as a Corps member started with Body Corps in 2021 as a crew member. And when I applied, I was living 45 minutes away from the project site with a car that was running with hope and prayers. Yeah. The traffic in Puerto Rico is not good. You can ask Joe about it. Without hesitation, I got an apartment studio, rented it. It was a 12-minute drive from the project site. I became independent and let my mom know I was moving out the same week I started. She was devastated, and to this day, she reminds me so much how much she cries when I left her home alone. Yeah, she always looked in the room to speak to me, and I wasn't there. But yeah, we both knew it was for my own good. In my first meeting with Body Corps, I was very serious, like always, but I tried my best to participate and give in my perspective in the activities. At first, I couldn't communicate properly. I didn't have the skills. I always spoke informally, so it was a little bit harsh for me. And I also had little knowledge in English. I used to forget words in the middle of a conversation and all that. Eventually, I learned and managed my way through it. The first project that we did at Body Corp was on turf restoration at San Juan National Historical Site with National Park Services. We did more than 30 turf restoration projects in a 27-acre esplanade. All of the areas, in all the areas that presented erosion problems. The crews had the opportunity to learn about trail maintenance, wall restoration, making paved zones. We gained certificates in green industry, CERT, CPR, FEMA, chainsaw, and search and rescue level 1. Besides training, Jeanette and Joe showed us to be an example for others and holding each other accountable. I applied it in my work as a crew member and in my personal life. When something good or bad happened, I learned from it and taking most of it of every opportunity that I had. We all know we learn from our mistakes, but most of the time we don't know when we are committing them. And what's right for me may be wrong for others. For example, leaving the tools on the ground, finishing a job, and leaving debris behind. For some of us, it's common sense to pick everything up, leaving the tools in safe space, or a job is finished when everything is cleaned up. This was not the case with the crew members. And when these things happened, Ms. Jeanette and the crew leaders came to us and guided us. And I learned to be more patient and advise and mentor. I had to learn a lot of stuff. Thanks to Body Corps, I developed different skills, such as networking, community engagement, communication, discipline, project management, code switching, and disaster preparedness. It has helped me outgrow myself, and it has challenged me. Body Corps has made a positive impact in my personal and professional life. I hope young Boricuas like me can have this opportunity. The Corps can empower the young people of Puerto Rico. One of many problems that we have in Puerto Rico is that professional careers require us years of experience, but the experience is very limited. That can change with the help of Corps. And Puerto Rico has been through an economic crisis for many years. It has affected us constantly and in multiple ways. The percentage of Boricuas who have been moving out of Puerto Rico continues to grow. Those who stay at the island are the ones that want a future. Puerto Rico has been going through a long process of gentrification, and it has gone worse since the government implemented Laws 22 and 60. Tax evaders have come to Puerto Rico, buying our land, displacing us, and provoking a house crisis. The jobs that these laws promise to create are scarce to none. How can we stay if we don't have the wages to sustain us or a land to own? So here we are, constantly working 2 to 3 jobs, minimum wage, part-time, from which or none have benefits. The fact that the Corps helps the youth to develop professional and personal skills presents an opportunity for my generation and those who come after to make an impact on the island. By creating opportunities for Puerto Rican Corps, like Body Corps, it gives the community the chance to grow, implement and develop new skills and abilities and that will stay with us and for the next generation. One of our goals for Body Corps is to be a corps directed by Boricuas and for Boricuas. Thank you for listening, and I thank you for your time.